Hello everybody, it's Ken from the Cranky Old Man YouTube channel. I got something kind of serious to talk about today, and it's kind of taboo, and a lot of people probably wouldn't touch on this subject because it opens themselves up to liability. But I'm telling you not to listen to what I'm saying, but maybe train a little bit and touch on it just in case of a serious emergency. And what I mean is, if you're being attacked or you're being robbed or assaulted at gunpoint and you believe that you're not going to make it out alive, as a last resort, there's a couple techniques you can try for disarming the person. But like I said, if you're just 100% sure, without a doubt, that this person holding a firearm is going to shoot you, there's something you can try if you're close enough to do it. Myself, I know that I am not going down without a fight. I will fight until he puts every bullet in me. I'm not going to get down on my knees, turn around, close my eyes, all that stuff. If I believe I'm going to be shot, I'm going to go at him and fight as hard as I can. So the one technique I'm going to tell you about is nothing more than pushing the gun out of battery. A lot of people don't know this, but if a gun is not in battery, it will not fire. So what I mean by that, this is a Shadow Systems CR920. And this is a semi-automatic striker-fired pistol, okay? This will work whether it's a striker-fired or has a hammer. The hammer would be a little harder to do because there's a hammer back here that's helping with keeping the slide staying in battery. But the simple fact, now I've already checked this, okay? It's empty. This is as I say, this is a bullet-free zone. The gun, he's pointing it at you, whether it's on the trigger or not. If you can just get this pushed back that much, gun doesn't work, okay? Now, again, I'm not telling you to do this. If you're being robbed and you just think you throw your money down and he's going to take it and run, don't try this. Don't do it. But train for it. It could save your life. Maybe you get shot in the hand, but that might be enough just to scare him away versus, you know, the other thing. So if possible, one hand, you want to try to kind of isolate the hand by grabbing it. With the other hand, you want to grab a hold of the muzzle and push back, okay? The more on top you are, the better. The lower you are, the less chance you're going to be able to push the slide back. So on top of the slide, in front of the slide, like I said, last case resort, bad things are going to happen to you type scenario. Now, once you do this, Kenny, what do I do next? We just going to stand there? No, you don't. What you want to do is after you push this, you want to rotate the pistol towards the thumb side. The thumb is the weakest part of this situation here. You don't want to push you're just going to be pushing back. And if you try pushing forward, you're going to pull the slide back forward and you're still not going to pull the gun out of his hand. So if you rotate towards the thumb, watch what happens here. It just naturally comes out of the hand. Okay. And then there's a fight for it. Then you got, depending on your physical fitness, his physical fitness, you may have just leveled the ball field or the playing field in regards to the firearm. Now, I can't say this enough. Train for it if you think that this is worth training for. Last case resort, if I think the guy's just going to take my money and run, I'm just going to give him whatever he wants and let him go. But if he's taking me somewhere, first of all, never get in the car with somebody. That's the worst thing you can do. Bad things happen when you get in the car. If you do, you know, if you feel that's what you got to do, then do that. But I'm just telling you, bad things happen when somebody puts you in a car at gunpoint, okay? There's a lot of people probably ain't going to say this kind of information on here because they're afraid that they're going to be opened up to liability. Again, I'm telling you, only do this in the worst case scenario, live or die. If you feel that's the case, then you can try this. And it's nothing more, like I said, pushing the gun out of battery. I'm just letting you know this feature exists, okay? Pushing it out of battery cause the gun not to go bang, okay? Use this at your own discretion, okay? That's all I have to say. So with that, I am going to close out this video, but I'm also going to tell you a technique in case it's a revolver. Or if it has a hammer in the back here versus the striker fired. Striker fired does not have a hammer, exposed hammer, that will can be cocked back and then fired. So if it has a hammer and it's cocked back with a revolver or a semi-automatic that's equipped with a hammer, it's cocked back, there's another technique you can do, and I'm going to do another video on that, and it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt to do this, and but you got to be willing to fight, and you got to be willing to want to live and deal with the pain over something that you feel might be very bad for you. I'm sorry about the hat looking all gangster and stuff today, but my HVAC is broken and it is cold here in Baltimore, and yeah, we got to carry space heaters around like we're astronauts with our little air pack or whatever. Hope to get this fixed one day, but they want like $8 grand. Who's got that? It'd rather be $8 million. So anyway, that's enough of my problem. I'm going to post this one, and then maybe tomorrow I'm going to post the other one concerning a revolver. But remember, when the gun's out of battery, the disconnect, there's a disconnect in there that keeps the trigger from launching the round. And the reason being is if this was out of battery, it's going to blow up if it did go out. It's, you know, if it fired with this out of battery, this whole gun's going to go boom. So, and that's the reason why that disconnect is in there. So use that for what you will. I hope you never have to use it. I'm saying you can train for it. Isolate the hand, push back on the slide, and get something going, and hopefully it will turn the tides on whatever is happening in your life at that moment. So again, I can't stress it enough. I am not telling you to utilize it. I'm telling you it's there. It's a possibility to save your life in the last resort. Okay, I think I covered enough of that for my disclaimer. Give it a shot at the gym. If it allows firearms, or in your dojo, or in your basement, or use a blue gun. You know, just getting that on the blue gun and getting pressure on the top. You won't know if the disconnect is disconnected, but it gives you that training. You definitely want to isolate that hand if you can, because you know if you're holding on and he pulls away hard enough, you can free it up. So that's why it's imperative that you have the wrist or somehow got the other hand so he can't pull back. But in any way, I'm going to try it whether I got the other hand or not if I feel that he's going to shoot me. You know what I mean? All right, that's enough. I will see you on my next video, which might be in a few minutes. It might be called Make Sure Your Gun's in Battery or something like that. And it will be a kind of a spin-off of this one, just letting people know about the battery situation and the trigger without the liability part of defending yourself. So, all right. I hope you liked it. I hope you gained a little bit of information about how a pistol works. Maybe I'll do a video on how a pistol actually works, the whole firing of the bullet from soup to nuts. Maybe I'll do something like that in an upcoming video. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good night, and I will see you on my next video. Take care.